I think we need all sorts of ways to help kids become successful. What we see through this particular approach of learning together, the peer mentorship model, there's great power in relationship. Connect great power of relationship with effective instruction that we would see the type of achievement that we're seeing.
Good morning! I'm very excited to work with you guys. You guys seem ready to go. It's so awesome to have so many leaders here this morning. This morning we brought together students from 9th grade, 8th grade schools, 9th graders from a high school, 8th graders from a middle school. And the concept is to take some of our youth. These are some students that have been identified as students having a lot of potential, but maybe aren't your top kids. And they want to try to find mentors at the 9th grade level to mentor students that are younger than them, with the hopes that they find the leadership in themselves to make a difference further down the road for younger kids, but also for themselves.
I know that what the classroom looked like when I was in high school, and I know what it looked like when I first started teaching, and we've done this sort of roundabout revolution in education. I think we're all looking for ways to reach kids in a better way, in a more meaningful manner, and I think that's what this program may do.
And today you're going to start that process with a few workshops that are going to enable you to have those tools to go back to your schools and to make a difference for one or more students in your school. And I don't know if you know this, but as a result of what you do, one person you are, the results of what you do as one person is going to change your current school and your future school.
We really hope that these kids who may not have been typically mentors in the past will develop into not only great leaders but great students themselves.
What I really hope to see is the 8th graders turning themselves around and actually getting some of the strategies that they've been taught all their lives and never made a connection to.
I think our students at the high school level will be in a leadership position and will actually feel like they're part of the school as a leader if they do well in the program. I think being accountable for one other person and yourself is huge, and I think it's going to be a big part of them maturing as students and maturing as individuals.
Well, the students who've been involved in the program, and teachers as well, I think have taken on a whole new persona. I think it's a sense of confidence. Confidence that's grown by competence. My best hopes that we have all the kids who participate will demonstrate more than a year's growth. That we'll begin to talk about how do we sustain this as they exit the program and we bring in a new wave and replicate that particular model. In the secondary level, not only that, I would like to be able to then see that the rest of the content area staff begin to understand that we have a body of children who we had deemed at risk that are actually very capable at full potential that they have now need to embrace in a different sort of manner. If you're committed to a moral purpose that's about closing the achievement gap, then you have all sorts of commitment to try different types of strategies for kids to be successful. The 21st century is about innovation and creativity. And to some degree you would say this is a new approach, but we've never used it well. And I think we have opportunity, and this is the innovation piece. Maybe we'll grow from this and be even more creative, and we can apply it to lots of different ways.
It's just been great to see these kids get nominated. One in particular, Charlene, was in the lunchroom. I went over and was looking for her, and everybody knew that she was sitting at the table, and I asked if Charlene was around. She said, yeah, they're not, she's not, and I think she thought she was in trouble. And sometimes the type of kids that fit for this program, they might have been in trouble, they might be struggling on tests or maybe even attendance. Everybody at the table kind of was questioning the fact that she was the one being nominated. I could see it in her face and her shoulders. She kind of stood really tall, and it was just something that we hadn't seen in Charlene, and I thought it was just really, really awesome to see how proud she was in front of her peers to be nominated for something this special.